broadcast schedule and shows on the flagship stream of Virginia High School Athletics.
1-1, bases loaded for the Bearcats after the mound visit there. Noah Haas is at the plate. Nowhere to put him as Cole has hit 4 and walked 2 and still hasn't allowed a hit. And the game's still tied. Bases juiced. Pitch on the way. Misses inside.
Hit him.
And hit him on the foot.
Well, where's the police
at? No, for a hit batsman, and a run scores as Malumba will score from third. Bases still loaded, and the Cats take the lead 2-1.
Without a hit.
What an odd way to get this lead as Haas is over at first base. And all 5 of these hit batters have been in the last 2 innings. Jared Mouse will come to the plate as he was hit by a pitch. I think almost everyone.
Who hasn't been?
Well, Anderson's had the worst of it. He's been hit twice. This one misses. Wild pitch goes to the backstop. 1 run will score as Lewis scores easily, and it's 3-1 Cats.
Richlands hasn't played bad. They just shot themselves in the foot.
Anderson moves to third. Haas is at second, and the count's 1-0 to Mouse. Now Coach Strong has had enough, and he's going to make a change. And I don't think Cole could get off the mound quick enough. He meets him in the middle there near foul territory and hands the ball off. And we'll have a pitching change in the works after a rough outing from George Cole. It didn't allow a hit, but he's out of the game because control was an issue. We've not had many swings in this game. How many balls have the Cats swung at in this game? Maybe 7, 8.
We're doing another over-under?
Yeah.
Good. South set it at 13. Think under that?
Maybe over by 1 or 2. I don't know.
That's a good set then. I think I did a good job.
You probably came close. Let's take a commercial break. We'll get some information on the new pitcher for Richlands after this. Runners at second and third. Cats lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the third frame.
You're not wired to have a response to this sound. You're neutral to it. And you can hear it repeatedly without feeling anything. But when we introduce a new stimulus, save the food, we've achieved pulling a natural or inborn response from you. Save the food, because 40% of all food in the US never gets eaten. Save the food. Cook it, store it, share it. Just don't waste it. For tips and recipes, visit SaveTheFood.com. Brought to you by NRDC and the Ad Council.
Adopting a new pet is a rewarding experience. And Shelter Pets makes super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a shelter pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org. This message has been brought to you by the Humane Society of the United States, Maddie's Fund, and the Ad Council.
In 50 feet, turn left. Why are you driving so slowly?
After a few drinks, I'm taking it slow.
Well, you're not fooling the cop behind you.
What?
Get ready to pay in 0.1 miles.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
So I'm a cat, and I just moved in with this new human. And she's got this little toy she's always playing with, all day long. Tap, 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 bloop, bloop. She can't put it down. There it is. Oh, and get this. She even talks to it. Last week, she asked it for Chinese, and guess what? Egg rolls showed up. Like magic. Humans have cool toys.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.
Welcome back to Bearcat Radio. Pitching change here as they'll go to shortstop Cade Simmons, as he is a right-hander on the mound for Richlands. Bases are runners at second and third for the Cats. Jared Mouse facing a 1-0 count as the end of the night for George Cole. He went 2 1/3, gave up no hits, 3 runs, and he's responsible for the runners at second and third. Walked 2, hit 5. So a tough outing for him in this game. And And they're going to turn it over to a righty who pitched yesterday for how long?
Third of an inning.
Third of an inning, so not very long, but got a strikeout in the outing and the loss yesterday against Princeton. As Mouse will get set to step back in. Again, a big inning so far for the Cats. 3 runs, and they lead it 3-1. Or 2 runs so far. They lead it 3-1 on no hits, 1 error, 1 hit for Richlands, or 3 hits for Richlands, 1 run, and 1 error through 2.5
It's not every day you get pulled on a no-hitter.
Yeah, you don't see that very often, but just hit way too many players. Got to give. I didn't mean that to be like that, but he did hit them. He hit everyone almost.
Just about it.
He hit poor Tyler Anderson twice. Anderson might be more relieved than anybody as Mouse steps to the plate. A 1-0 count to him. And then they took him out mid at bat there.
Saw enough.
So Cole moved from the mound over to first. Brown moved from first to third. Cade Berry came from behind the plate to short, and Bo Tarter moved from short to catcher. So a lot of movement there for that pitching change. And first pitch strike to Mouse, and it's 1-1. If you're just tuning in, it is 3-1 Cats, and runners at second and third with 1 down. Mouse facing a 1-1 count. This is a swing and a miss. 1-2. Blew a fastball there that Mouse wasn't quite ready for. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is a spot if you wanted a hit. If you want to get a hit today, this would be the spot to get it.
Yeah, but you gotta realize that the eye location changes. You have that long break. This guy's a lot different pitcher.
This one misses up and away, 2-2. Yeah, the release point definitely a big difference. It's the Bearcats trying to crack into the hit column. They've cracked into the run column and lead 3-1, but it's a hard hit ball up the middle, and there's your single. 1 run scores as Anderson scores. Rounding third is Haas, and they'll hold him up after they get to throw in from center, and an RBI single for Jared Mouse.
We've seen the wheels on Haas already. I don't know why they stopped him there.
What a hit up the middle. A hard hit ball right underneath the pitcher's glove. Making a joke there for Noah.
Absolutely not.
He was booking it there.
First hit of the ball game.
Shortstop number 3, Michael Bradley.
And the first RBI. And that'll be charged to Cole, though. But the hit to Simmons as runners on the corners with 1 down. Double play depth in the middle for Richlands. Runners go. Runner goes from first, that is, and a stolen base. No throw as Mouse swipes it. Actually, that John Clifton is over there running for Mouse, the catcher. Bradley grounded to short his last time up. Runners second and third after the steal, and an 0-1 count, and that one paints the black for strike 2. Bradley grounded out 6-3 his last time up. He is a sophomore. Appeared in 13 games as freshman. Actually, he appeared in 13 games defensively, but only had 3 at-bats. Here's a ground ball chopped towards third, foul.
Find you a pitch here and poke it. Just poke it. That's all you got to do.
Trying to talk Mark into doing the Richlands softball game against Virginia High on the 24th. I'll be in class that night, but we'll see if I can recruit him to do it as this one's fouled straight back. Still 0-2 to Bradley, and time called as Tarter jogs out to the mound. Runners at second and third for the Cats. They lead 4-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. What do you think about the new rule in the MLB where you only get 6 complete mound visits, catcher or coach?
That's perfect. I mean, there's no reason. There is absolutely no reason to have to talk to a pitcher.
It's not a pitcher. It's the whole game.
I mean, I still don't see it. I don't see why
but
you
it
would
counts
need it.
for pitching changes and everything. This one's ripped toward the right, but hanging up in the air. Houchin's coming over, makes a grab. Tagging from third is Haas, and he'll score without a throw, and it's 5-1 Bearcats. Sacrifice fly to right, and Bradley with a very productive at-bat. Fouled off 2 pitches there, an 0-2 count, and then waits on one, hits it to right.
Now for Griffith, after that great inning, I mean, you've sit in the dugout for a long time.
So that'll end the stat line for Cole. Both the runners he was responsible for score, so gives up 5 runs without allowing a hit. Runner still at second, Clifton, as Simmons throws that one outside for a ball, 1-0. Jamie Lathrop at the plate. John Clifton getting his lead from second. He's running for Mouse, the catcher, as this is a chopper towards second. Tarter throws across in time for the out. 4-3 on the putout. Cats send 8 to the plate. Score 4 runs in the inning on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on as the Cats take the lead in a commanding way in the bottom of the third inning. We head to the top of the fourth with a 3 or 4 run lead.
Okay, forest animals, kids are coming to the forest, and it's up to us to make their visit a good one. Sparrow, have you practiced the most popular bird songs for the year?
Of course.
Catchy. I like it. River, how's the temperature?
It's a refreshing 52 degrees, man.
I love it. Turtle.
He's not here yet, man.
He's late every morning. Okay. Squirrel.
The forest has been preparing just for you. To learn more about cool things to do in the forest, visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but as you grew up, things changed. Teaching just didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Interesting and innovative things are happening in teaching today. So it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Follow Bearcat Radio on Twitter with the handle @VHS Bearcat Radio and on Facebook by searching Bearcat Radio for the upcoming broadcast schedule and shows on the flagship stream of Virginia High School Athletics.
Welcome back to Bearcat Radio as we get going here in the top of inning number 4. Cats lead at 5-1. 5 runs, 1 hit, 1 error for Virginia High. 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error for Richlands. So an odd box score, but we'll take it. As the first pitch misses outside, it's 1-0. And Zach Griffith's still on the mound going into his 4th inning of work. He's retired the last 4 for Richlands. 1, 2, 3 there in the third. As that one misses.
Are about the same spot.
2-0. It is 6, 7, and 8. Brown, Altizer, and Wilson. This one's a strike on the outside corner to the left-handed Brown. It's 2-1. So not quite the shout-out inning yet. Well, I think we got a comment or two. This one misses inside.
Coming from Spreaker, too. Not even on Twitter, not on Facebook.
3-1 count.
Big thank you to Chandler Davis. He says, this radio is awesome. Thanks for always keeping me in the game. And, congratulations to him on being a part of this staff now. Glad to see him back in the area. Grew up playing ball against him a lot of my life, and a great guy, and excited to have him on the staff with us.
That one fouled straight back. Yeah, Chandler listened in a lot during football season, seemed like, and we're glad he's able to tune in tonight.
See him at the gym a little bit,
He's got to come join us up here in the booth sometime, doesn't he? This one's popped foul right back towards us here. A wake-up call for James Sword over there in the PA booth side. As that one brings the count to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes to the number 6 hitter, Brown.
We're so excited about Chandler, we might even invite him on for an interview.
Yep, there's strike 3 looking as Griffith comes away with his 4th strikeout. Almost got away from him that at bat did, but he came back and settled in and got the strikeout looking as Logan Altizer comes to the plate for his 2nd at bat.
And I mentioned about how long it is to sit over in the dugout. I mean, it's starting to get cooler, and a long inning like that can really hurt you as a pitcher. But great job by him to come out and get the strikeout after a hard-fought battle.
Showed bunt there and tried to put one down, but fouled it off. That's about the 4th time we've seen Altizer try to bunt and not had one go fair yet. It's 0-1. Griffith winds and fires, working with a 4-run lead. This one bounced off something, maybe the catcher on that side. They're wanting to appeal down.
Seeing if he pulled back or not.
No go. Coach Belcher's wondering what the call is. That ball ricocheted like it hit off the bat, like a foul
it hit
ball.
Something.
It either hit him, the batter, or the bat and no one called anything. Just got called a ball, 1-1.
I guess grab.